I am originally from El Salvador. I came to the US 10 years ago when I was 13. And me and my family used to live at a suburban area in the capital city of El Salvador, which El Salvador is the second most violent country in the whole world. And there was a lot of violence, a lot of poverty. And at that time, in 2005, the gangs that control that part of El Salvador, they call it the gangs headquarters, where I used to live. They started doing some type of raids where they will get these students from the schools and ask them to join the gangs. And if you decline their petition, they will kill you. My name is Luis Gaitan, and I am a SHSU Bachelor of Arts student in Studio Art with a minor in Spanish. I work at Epic Software Group here in the Woodlands, Texas, and I make animations and video games and a series of multimedia applications. My career is a little hard to explain, but pretty much it's based on the video game industry. But I don't make video games for entertainment purposes. I make video games to tackle business issues, or companies come to me and they tell me we have an HR problem, marketing problem, education problem, training problem, and I fix those problems through a video game. So I make a video game application to engage whatever problem they want to address and fix it. Degree to me means that I get to rectify the sacrifice that my parents made. I'm fueled by all those sacrifices that they made. So getting a college degree really means that all those sacrifices were worth something. That I was able to accomplish the dream we set out to accomplish. Education plays such a big role in my family, that I've been wanting to go to college since I was 3, and getting this college degree is not just the proof that I accomplished my dreams, but also the proof that I accomplished my parents' dream. After college, I want to focus on creating video game applications that could impact the world. And I don't mean that on the entertainment side of things. I mean that in my focus, which is approaching real-world problems through video game technologies. I want to expand my skills on video games. I want to expand my skills on high tech, and be able to address problems like poverty or recycling, or education, and be able to address those problems with video games. Something that a lot of people, especially our generation, can relate to. My advice to other immigrants, especially immigrants my age or immigrants younger than me, is to not be afraid and to educate yourself as much as possible. Media plays such a huge role in an immigrant's life from both sides, because especially as a Hispanic immigrant, you levitate towards those channels that are in Spanish. And the same with other type of immigrants. So you get all this information from both sides of the aisle, and you will never know the truth unless you go and seek it yourself. And to do that, you have to stop having fear. Sometimes you gotta educate yourself on these ideas, on these objectives that you have to accomplish in this country. And sometimes you just gotta go out and get them yourself, and that takes an immense amount of courage for an immigrant to do, especially if they're new in this country and they have no one to relate to. But that is my biggest advice to them. Do not be afraid, and educate yourself.